Hey everybody, it's John with Upstate Brush Control. Here another hot summer day doing some mulching. So today I'm out here on this piece of property. Customers got a bunch of planted loblolly pines. It's pretty common here in the south. You get them plantation pines, loblolly pines, whatever you want to call them, but they plant them all in rows, and then every, I don't know, 15 to 20 years they'll come through and they do a thinning on them. They'll do every third row or fifth row or something like that. But this, you can see right here, there's no trees there, so I don't know if they plant around that driveway or not, but here's a better example. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's no, there was trees here at one time, and they took those out. You can see all the way down. It's a wider spacing between the trees, and it's to allow the trees to, once they take out those rows, the really good ones, and they'll go through and take out little dead ones and stuff like that that aren't doing good, and then these ones will just shoot off and thrive. And then I don't remember the time, depending on how the stand is doing, so many years later they come back through and take a bunch out, or take them all out, or clear cut it and then replant them again. So I just ran through this area right over here. It took me about 2 hours, something like that. Really wasn't a lot of like big brush. It was just, honestly, it was a lot with the weed eater, and so nothing terribly exciting, so I didn't feel like filming it. Not gonna lie, it was I'm glad to get that done. That was the harder thing here on this project, just because the amount of handwork. But as you can see, so here's 1, 2, third, so they did a third row out on this section. So he wants me to go, customer wants me to go from the driveway up to that third row and then take all that brush out, just so it doesn't feel so encroaching along the driveway here. Feel like it's, you know, all that brush is just coming in on the drive. So I'll go through and mulch that out real quick, and then he wants me to do the same thing on that side there. So 1, 2, and then there's another gap there opening, and that's the longer section all the way down here. That's probably a good 300 feet, maybe more. But yeah, it goes pretty good. There's, I don't know, it's not like you can fly through there, just because you have so many trees to work around. But he hires some guy to come through and cut out the dead ones. You can see there's a bunch of dead stuff here. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I can't remember exactly. It's several weeks ago when I looked at this, but his understanding was the guy was going to clean up the trees, and the guy just dropped the trees and left them. So I think that's what happened. I could be completely wrong with that, but some reason that's ringing a bell. But the ASV, it's back up in operation. I ended up having to put 2 drive motors on this thing. Last video you guys saw, I just kind of got out of that job, didn't do a lot of talking. Update everybody on what's going on with the machine. So this drive motor failed and was coming apart, and started contaminating the system and everything, and plugged up the brake that releases the transmission brake, is really what it is. So I was able to bypass that, get the machine out of that demo job. So we got it back to the shop, tore it apart, got a new motor, put the motor in, and my pressures were still off. I was not getting full brake release pressure. There's a valve right back here on these 120s you can hook up, and it hooks up to your charge pump. And needless to say, my other drive motor was going out. It wasn't releasing. It has like a series of disc like kind of like a clutch plate, and it wasn't releasing one of them all the way. So I had to get another drive motor put in. So that was lovely. ASV did help me out a little bit on one of them, so thank you, ASV, appreciate that. And the other two, you know, this thing's out of warranty, well out of warranty. It's almost got 4,000 hours on it. But yeah, I got the Shear-X with us today. Gonna try it out in between these tall pines, see how that goes. So yeah, let's hop to it. And oh man, oh, that AC feels good. that didn't take me but a few minutes. That went really good. That just makes the world of a difference. Yeah, I can get the pole saw and mini excavator and start pulling that stuff out. Those logs, that anything I could reach from the side, I told them I'd grab it just to make it look better. Let me get this stuff out of the road here. It's going really good until this last little corner right here got a little tight, but it wasn't bad at all. So all right, guys. Oh my goodness, stepped in a hole. Okay, so I got that side done. I still have to weed eat that side. I left a little bit of a buffer right there at the road, just because I wasn't sure what he wanted. This side's got a bunch of plants to help buffer it. I think that looks all right. Hopefully he'll be fine with that. I don't have to go back over there and finish it. I called him, he wasn't sure, so he said just leave it, and then he'll figure it out. But yeah, it's definitely looking better. So I got maybe a little bit, almost halfway down this one side roughed out. So I'm gonna grab the mini. I want to pull this in and go ahead and finish that off, get that section done, and then jump on down on the next section. I don't want to get too much opened up just because it's super dusty out, and or super dry and it'd be super dusty. I don't want that. So let me hop in the mini, pull this out, and then I'll finish this off. It's going pretty good. Shear X, it does great as far as forward cutting. I'm still having a hard time with getting it to pick up material on your back drag, you know, when you're backing up, as far as it's scooping up, and then it takes me a little bit to get used to it. It can be done, but it just I'm used to that Fecon. You know, I've been running that thing for years, or Fecons for years, but it leaves a very fine mulch too. By the time I run over that again, I mean, there's no weight to that at all. I mean, it's just like powder and dust by the time you run it over a couple times. Pros and cons to that: yes, it makes a great fine mulch. It decays a little bit faster, but the other thing too is you kind of want a little bit of mass left on the ground, so helps with washing, erosion, helps slow down your regrowth, stuff like that. But and it keeps the dust down. I mentioned that. But yeah, I'm figuring it out. It's just, it's different than what I'm used to, so it's fun. Good cutter head, good unit. Oh man, I was like, oh my stars. All right, let's get over there. I gotta head out. I gotta look at a job, 2 jobs actually, but I just unhooked the trailer, left it back there, and that's why I didn't bring the semi for this. I didn't think I could finish it in a day. I knew I'd have to take 2 trips, but this still needs to be weed eated. That is finished up to here, still needs to be weed eated, and I'm not quite, probably about a third of the way down. So hopefully I'll knock that out tomorrow, get that wrapped up. Tomorrow's Friday, so going away for the weekend. So I want to get that wrapped up, had a decent hour tomorrow, get that out of there. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for some more mulching between the pines. Have a good one, y'all.